Top of the morning to you laddies, my name is Egoonz YT and welcome back to the Five Nights at Candy's 720 mode. I have the strategy down, I know how I'm gonna do this. I haven't looked up any videos on how to beat it, I just want to, for now anyway, figure it out on my own and try doing new techniques, because there's no point of watching everybody else. That's basically schoolwork at that point. That is fucking programmed you to think like I work and to act like I work in this day's society. Let's go back in and see if we can figure it out for ourselves, or if we need it to be more, because you don't do extra works at schools, do you now? Fucking need to be in this section. Oh, that's quick. That's really quick. That's really quick. That was quick. But I've also noticed, like, the more you look at him, the less active he gets. That's also, like, another thing that you can take him from that. I've hired up my sense just now. That way I won't need to move my... Fuck! Where'd you come from? I can move relatively quick as well over the screen. See you folks on the other side. I actually kind of need to... Yeah, hi, it is Egoonz. The camera is really quick. Yeah, hi, it is Egoonz here from the future, or the past, or whatever you want to say. The technique that we've learned from this as well is that there is two strategies of actually beating the game. One of the strategies is the one that I'm doing right here, checking the cameras spedicely and quick, and every movement perfect for closing the doors. Another method that I would have learned on from here later on would be that you could actually juggle the doors and not watch the cameras as much, because that drains power and stuff like that. So juggling the doors is the correct method, and this is the wrong strategy. You will see another documentary about it on the end, and I explain a little more on how it works. Other than that, this strategy that I'm trying is not the correct one. You could beat it like this, but you gotta practice it for, well, hours and hours to practice on all the other FNAC games in the past. But, yeah, this is the wrong strategy. I'll do a documentary about it on the end part as well when I get the real strategy down. So I'll see you in a few minutes back then to tell you what the other strategy is. Well, it was fun while it lasted, but I only got to 4 AM. How fucking bad is that? Just keep me already so I can move on. There we go. Thank you, Candy. You son of a deuce. It's a bit too close for my liking. No, don't do that! Don't you dare do that to me! Aww. And I should check that quicker. I did not. I'll take the blame for that one. Didn't even fucking have time to check. What the hell? Just come kill me already. I fucked that up. I'm at 60%, not even 2 AM. There's no way to recover. Once you waste enough power, there is no point. Hi, Radicus, how are you? Dude, just ain't no way. Can you actually just juggle the doors back and forth? I need to try that. So here is the secondary strategy that you will need to rely on. You don't really need to check the cameras that much. You barely actually need to check them at all once you just get the rhythm of it down. So the way that this night will play out when you have it on 720 mode is that the longer you have the doors closed, the more power they will drain. So when you directly throw them down, that will add a power drainage of about 0.18%, which ain't that much, and it goes up to 25 and 33 real quick. So the strategy for the next one is to really just have the doors on one bar and then just juggle them back and forth like this. So you can see the bars go green and then none, and when they're green you open, because the monsters aren't as active that they would want to get in. The animatronics are outside, so you need to flick the door up and down relatively quick so they won't get in your office. And the rat can be a bit doozy and older blank because you don't see them in the doorway, in case you want to have the doors open for a bit more, but you don't really need to worry about that. Same goes for blank. You need to check blank to see when he moves on the camera. So the strategy I got down for that one is to really just, you know, hold the window closed every like 5 to 10 percentages that drain. And a little bit later in the run you will see that I actually did check the cameras to see on how far he has come, but you don't really need to do that. So once you just jiggle them relatively quickly, like I am doing in this run right here, then you just listen for the thonk and when the lights flicker, so that way you know you can have the middle window open for another 5 to 10 percentages drain. And there are times where no animatronics are in the doorway, most relatively right here when there is completely darkness on both sides. But that could also just be the rat and the old candy that is on the sides trying to get you, but that is relatively rare once you don't hear their acid footsteps, because they do give off ever so slightly audio lures right there. When blank, for example, that's another audio lure to open the window on him to then just kind of guess when he's coming through every 5 to 10 percentages. Now this is relatively easy. Once you just go mouse up and down and hit the buttons, they don't actually drain that much power. But you have to be quick about it, because there is every possibility for you to run out of power still, since the power in the modes and shit here is limited. There's always going to be limited power for the 20-20-20 modes over the years, and this one was relatively easy once you got the rhythm down into it. I actually did try this about 3 to 4 times before making it this run, and I did fail then because I had the doors closed too much and I checked the cameras ever so slightly much. And I realized that later that you don't really need to check the cameras, since blank is kinda guessable once you played with the cameras on for a while. You can kinda predict when he's gonna be at your door, but sometimes he does do a fast jig or a slow jig, but that is really rare. So that is when I will relatively close the door rather earlier than quick. By a few percentages, like right there. I could have gone down to like 51 or 50 before closing it. But sometimes he does move a bit faster or later as he is intended to. But as of right there, 50%, there will be another like 5 to 10 percentage power drain there. But I didn't really care about that. Once the doors reaches 2 bars, that is your like type danger zone, because that is when it will drain too much. So try only getting the middle window to drain onto 2 bars. If the middle window goes to yellow bars, immediately open it or close it. Or if you know that blank ain't gonna interfere when you have the strategy to predict him, you can kinda like have it open a bit more. If you don't have the strategy down, then relatively open quick and close again. So that way you're still like relatively safe, but like that. The way you can predict blank is that he will not be he will be like normally active when you don't look at him too much. So just play a game with blank on 20 and check on him like every power percentage drain. And then you are like, once you get the rhythm down, you can kind of predict him. So every like the 45 to 55 and percentages like that, I always juggle the door in front of there down. And the doors on the side, you always just go from side to side to side like I'm doing right here. The monsters won't actually get in. Now you could do that with view bobbing and don't like exit the game as much, and but then you won't have like as a smooth of a turning point. But I guess you can kind of deal with blank a little bit easier if you have that, but I didn't on this particular run that I did right here. So this game is actually relatively easy once you just give it a few tries. I've given it tons of fucking tries. I have literally hours of footage of me just failing this game because I had the wrong strategy, and I have about 1.5 hours where I'm trying this strategy right here. Before I got the just amount of the percentages down, actually the run before this one, which I don't show you, was done, but I ran out of power because on the middle scene I kind of flicked on blank a bit earlier, or like a bit later, so that way you drain a bit more power. As you could see earlier, maybe I had him just on yellow on the front window, and I did check the camera because around 5 to 4 a.m. when you got very little battery, you want to be very positive of your power savage stuff. Like right there I had 2 bars, and that is gonna drain to like 5% more than usually, and 5% may not sound like much, but 5% could be game changer for this one. So just keep jiggling the doors up and down and try to predict blank. That's my advice for beating this particular game mode. But here soon I would have officially completed the 720 mode once getting the strategy down to just the right amount. And here I have officially beaten. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes! 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 My god, it was actually way easier than I thought. Wow! Oh fuck, my hair is absolutely disgusting. Wow! And there it is, folks! 4 stars! Actually, you can't see that. There it is! 4 stars, everybody! How do you feel now? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. It is genuinely really fun on how easy you can beat this game. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and hope you guys have a good weekend. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.